Just before any questions, I just want to comment on my no comment the other day. Um, I'm not on social media. I was aware of a threat made to Nazem, not the racist stuff, and in no way is it acceptable by the St. Louis Blues or anybody else for him to have to go through that. Being a Native American myself, I've heard it all. I've been around it. It's not a good thing, and so I just wanted to get that out there that, there's no room for it anywhere, and that's it. Go ahead, guys.
Craig, is Scandella good to go tonight?
Yes.
Are you? We didn't see Berube running the power play. Are you going to go 12-6?
Yes.
So Scandella feeling pretty good. You're confident, because the last time he didn't make it through the game, you're pretty confident he can go.
Yeah, he's obviously he's been out a little bit since then, and he's feeling a lot better. So.
So does Walker slide in there?
Yes, Walker will go in.
What can he bring?
Well, he brings skating, energy, and real good structure to our game. He's played really well for us this year. So when I took him out at the time, it wasn't about his play. It was about our D-core at the time banged up and needed to go 7.
I'm guessing he was pretty excited to get the news today. That he's playing.
Walks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's a great kid, and we love him. Brings a lot of energy and emotion to the game, and so we're excited to have him back.
Craig, how often have you maybe even toyed with the idea of using Parayko on that point on either one of the power play units?
Well, he's been, since I've been here as a coach, we've used him, sparingly or even more than that at times. But you have people that are power play guys, and you got to, find roles for people. And so this year he hasn't been used very often on it, if at all, because his role was penalty killing and shutting down other teams. And we've had Krug and Falk this year run the power play. But he's done it in the past for us and is very capable of it.
Obviously, with both teams, previous game, the emotions were high regarding Kadri, both the Avs and the Blues. You think that's done now?
Oh, I do. I don't really think that going into the game our guys were, overly concerned with getting redemption on him. I know Shen tried to fight him early on in the game, and I thought it was over. And then the Perron and him mix up, they kind of went at it a little bit, and we ended up on the wrong side of it for sure. But, I think that going into there, our focus was on winning the hockey game. We didn't play very well. I mean, that's a very good team over there. They got a lot of good players. Nazem Kadri's a real good hockey player, and they got a bunch of guys, and he showed that the other night. We got to play better.
Can you describe some things you guys are doing defensively on McKinnon?
I think it's just awareness of, trying to take him away as much as we can with his speed. He's got tremendous speed and ability to transport the puck up the ice. But I think, everybody that's out there, and it's O'Reilly's line and Parayko and Leddy at, most of the time, they got real good awareness around them, and they're doing a good job coming in their own zone, stopping, taking away his options, and, it's hard, but they're working extremely hard and doing a good job.
Craig, what do you see with Husso? Has he lost any confidence, and did you give any thought to starting Lindgren?
I didn't give any thought to starting Lindgren. And I do not believe Husso has lost his confidence. I think, he knows he's got to play better, and as our team has to play better in front of him. I think it goes both ways, But I don't think, I think Husso's very confident.
From a message standpoint, how do you make sure your guys aren't trying to win 3 games and 1 tonight, if you will?
Yeah, again, it's just about, they know that. You got to win 1 game. I mean, our focus is on tonight's game, and you got to narrow your focus even more than that, and you got to focus on shift to shift, and that's very important. And focus on the process of what you have to do as a team and an individual to win the hockey game.
Craig, you played well in games 2 and 3. Is that maybe the goal tonight? We got to kind of get to that.
Well, we look back in those games and what we did well and how we controlled things, and what that's how we have to play.
And you got Thomas with Tarasenko. Will that Tarasenko's obviously done very well with Thomas. Is that part of the thinking there?
Yeah, well, that line's been very successful. Split them up for some time. They weren't not much going on, so hopefully they can get a couple tonight.
Is there something that along those lines, Craig, that they can do to kind of drag each other into the battle? So to speak?
That line in
Yeah,
general?
yeah.
Well, I think they're a puck possession line, for sure. They want to make plays, and that's a big part of how they had success this year. They're very good at making plays and finding each other. And, Vladdy's a shooter. But, this is playoff time, and, if you want to have success offensively, you got to have numbers on the puck, and you got to really fight through space. There's not a lot of space out there. There's guys around you. There's always somebody on you. So it's about, fighting through space and getting to the hard areas. And, just like that goal Bucci scored in the power play the other night, you got to get to that paint and get a bounce here and there, and that's what it's all about. You're not going to get a lot of time. This team, they're on you constantly. They do not give you any time out there. So you got to fight through things, constantly fight through things, and be patient. Like, you can't force it. It might not happen that shift. You got to keep working. You got to play the game. It's not about, you can't go out with a mindset every shift, well, I got to score. That's not the process. The process is to go play the right way. And, eventually it'll come through maybe.